Earth, it just has so much love. It has storms, it has floods, it's lightning. But that's not hate, that's not bad. It's living. Earth's living like right now, me and you. The Earth just loved me so much as a child. I just loved the Earth so much because I was a child of the Earth. I come from the ghetto in Santa Rosa, so I know the asphalt. And then I come to the Earth, and I know the Earth, not in a know-it-all way, but that the Earth Spirit, it just loves us. It just loves us.
According to figures from Johns Hopkins University, COVID-19 deaths have passed the 3 million mark. The worst hit country is the United States.
File a lawsuit on behalf of 14 Congolese families. They accuse companies like Apple, Google, Dell, Microsoft, and Tesla from benefiting
we begin
from
today's
child
show
labor
in
to
Gaza,
mine
where
cobalt.
Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 26 Palestinians, including 9 children. The tension in the region for the second time in 4 days.
One out of every 4 prisoners on Earth is in a U.S. jail. That's
New $38 billion U.S. aid deal with Israel took effect last month, the largest single security assistance pledge in American history.
Have rallied across the country and around the world, demanding
joint work stoppages, hunger strikes, and commissary boycotts in at least 11 states to protest prison conditions and demand the end of what they call prison slavery.
We're trying to restore the relationship of ego to the other components of the psyche that existed as recently as 12,000 years ago. The ego has become a deadly growth in the historical societies, exacerbated by the phonetic alphabet, monotheism, modern science. This is like you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker as you lay these things on. And so the idea is that if we could restore the original diminished role of the ego that it had for that period, however long it was, that we could begin to solve our problems, because the problems which face us, put very simply, are going to demand sacrifice. And sacrifice is what the ego doesn't want to hear about. I mean, when you go to somebody and say, look, to save this planet, we're going to have to redistribute income radically. That means everybody in this room is going to have less. We're going to have to honor a whole bunch of cultural positions that we previously just were going to bulldoze over, and so forth and so on. So it's the diminishing of ego by any means necessary that lies to getting any grip on our problems. I mean, if we continue as we are, I think we have probably less than 30 years before life is irreconcilably screwed up. You know, nobody believes that the future is rosy and wonderful. I mean, if you go to the people at the World Bank and the IMF, and these people who are straight, you know, suits, all of them, they have a set of curves which would stand your hair on end. When they propagate the curve of population, the curve of toxification of the environment, the curve related to the ozone hole disappearing, you see, you know, it's finished in sometime in the next 50 years. They don't talk about this because they don't want to panic the vast numbers of people who just go to work and raise their kids and pray somebody smarter is doing something about all this. But they don't believe there is any kind of normal future. And I don't either.
You're working with very restrictive consciousness. When it's in the modification, I am a person, it is still consciousness. So you are universal consciousness, dreaming itself as individuality. Some parts of the world is having a sickness, but you have to constantly be reminded that it's all happening within the consciousness. The consciousness is responsible for all of it. A human being is an effect of consciousness. They are not the operators of consciousness. This is the implication of the statement, to know thyself. Understand the mechanism of your own mind, and to see that even this is observable, and to stay always at the still place. You are the stillness itself. And sometimes it's as though you have to hold down the stillness because something is trembling, it's going out. And then somehow one watches the sense of going out and see that what is cannot go out. Only what appears can go out and come in.
Love has to spring spontaneously from within. It is in no way amenable to any form of inner or outer force. Love and coercion can never go together. But though love cannot be forced on anyone, it can be awakened in him through love itself. Love is essentially self-communicative. Those who do not have it catch it from those who have it. True love is unconquerable and irresistible. And it goes on gathering power and spreading itself until eventually it transforms everyone.